Okay, so am I the only one who takes my shoelaces and ties them around my ankles and underneath the bottom of my shoes?
Well, I mean, I've seen that before, and I don't necessarily think it makes you any faster. So far, yes, I'd have to disagree that does not make you faster in any sense.
I was just wondering.
Under the shoe?
Under the shoe. I feel like that's optimal because it
Probably
gets in
more
the grooves
traction
of the
by the-
shoes. I thought that's what they were for.
And welcome to your therapy session. Today's episode: which would you rather fight? 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Discuss.
One horse-sized duck, hands down.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's pretty evident that, you know, you look at any war history, Russia and World War II, all you need is numbers to win. So
I mean, it makes sense.
Now,
Well,
here's where
quantity
I'll
over
draw
quality.
the line. I don't like horses.
I would, yeah, I'm going to disagree with you guys. I have owned ducks and horses, and I'm going to say that ducks are absolutely vicious, and I do not want to fight one that is the size of a horse.
Okay.
Horses are fragile, okay? I could take 100 of those
I
out.
like a bunch of horse.
I
Not
I
all
would
at
get
once.
bodied by one horse-sized duck.
I don't
Yeah.
like
I don't
horses
know, I
for
think
the
so.
sheer
You think if
size
you
of
were
a
in a-
horse is scary.
So you think if you were in an open field and horses were coming at you from every direction, you'd be fine?
They're duck sized.
Oh, I
You
think
think
so.
so? Yeah, you know what? I
Dude,
can picture
dude.
it. I've seen you in
Dude,
action.
horses' legs are fragile, okay? You take out the legs, the horses are done.
hey, now
The ducks
you
will keep going.
saw the scene in Star Wars, right? On the ice planet.
Which one? Oh,
ice
the
planet?
Hoth.
I mean, all they did was take them out at the legs.
There's
The big walkers, the walker machines.
Are horses actually
Yeah,
just
but those weren't duck
AT-ATs?
sized. They were not duck sized.
Alex, you sounded so ancient whenever you said that. Either ancient or just way too young to know Star Wars. Because you were like, yeah, that ice planet with
planet.
those walker machines.
After some further deliberation, I'd have to agree with Sam. I would rather take on an army of duck-sized horses as opposed to one. What was it?
Horse-sized duck.
Sized duck.
Yeah.
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 Although the argument can be reasoned that ducks vary in size, right? You got your little ducks, you got your medium-sized ducks, all not only varying in size but varying in attitude and aggression, which would be the only factor that would deter me from taking on an army of duck-sized horses.
Feels like an episode of Planet Earth.
Now the real question is, how advanced are these duck-sized horses?
Can they
Like,
bear
are they-
arms?
Well, my well that would definitely change the game. But my big question was, you know, are they just, you know, random, not communicating, and just disoriented combat where they're just every man for
Ah.
himself, or
Are
is
they
it
smart?
like, you know, nanobot, you know,
Are they
beehive
hive
kinda
mind
level?
ducks?
Yeah,
Hive
they
mind.
hive mind horses. Yeah,
Oh,
hive
horses.
mind duck-sized horses. Can you know, if they can communicate, collaborate, and plan, I mean, that's a formidable enemy.
And for that reason, I'm out.
I'm taking my
That's-
money elsewhere.
That's not an option.
If it's a hive mind, I would definitely pick a horse-sized duck. But for the sheer size, can you imagine that thing running at you? A big duck just chasing
Okay,
after
but
you?
listen, I don't think a horse the size of or a duck the size of a horse would have as much power as just a horse-sized horse. So I think like we'd be able to take that out way easier than that many horses.
I mean,
Because relative
but,
to their
like,
size, they probably still have a lot of power output, even though they're duck-sized. You know.
They're just fast.
And if they have a hive mind,
have you
no way.
seen?
This is assuming they're
We're no
hive mind.
competition.
Have you seen duck teeth though?
Oh,
That's
God.
a thing.
They've
Hang
got,
on.
yeah, they've got tiny little serrated. It's not as bad as geese, I don't think, but they've got tiny little serrated
Oh,
things.
I don't
and those
like
things,
that.
the size of a horse, them chompers, no thanks.
Yeah, but hold.
Also, I would like to play Maxwell's point against himself, how big is this horse-sized duck? Is it a regular horse size, or is it as big as Big Jake, the largest horse ever at 7 feet tall?
Big
I
Jake.
think.
Yeah, we talking a
Is this
Mustang
the
or
one,
a pony?
the singular?
Yeah.
How big is the big
Either
one?
way, I think. I mean, okay. Alex, do you have something to say? Otherwise, I'm going to go directly into my next point.
Well, I was going to point out, if you compare, I assume if we're just taking a duck and scaling it up to the size of a horse, you know, a horse has a lot more mass to it, you know, muscle, fat, you know, things like that, where a duck is built with a very light frame. So, I mean, you scale up a duck to the size of a horse, I can't imagine it's going to weigh more than a mattress.
You can easily
In my
deck
ex-
his
in my
airborne
experience.
bones.
Yeah, in my
I don't
experience
know.
with
They're
horse-sized
not
ducks.
as light as you'd think, but that is a good point. I will also say, going on to my other point, the danger of horses, I feel, is their size. I mean, like they can, because of their size, they can take a finger off. They could kick you in the head, and you're donezo. Like, what can a small horse do? I mean, I granted it's 100 of them, but like, they don't have the same attacks. And a duck can do some damage already. I don't want something like that with like a foot long bill coming after me.
Wingspan easily tripled. Just charging at you.
That's
Dude,
true.
I
You
bet
could
all them tiny
outrun.
horses, that'd be a lot of bruises and stress fractures, though. That'd put you out of the game real quick, is what I'm saying.
They'll get your
Okay,
ankles.
another point. I'm going off of just the funness factor here. It would be way more fun to fight 100 duck-sized horses.
That is
but
true.
But you would be.
I don't
revered.
think I would survive. It would be the funnest moment of for the rest of my life.
I also think it'd be fun to ride a horse-sized duck into battle.
Yeah. Oh,
Imagine-
okay. Do we get to
Well,
arm
that's
ourselves,
not the question,
or is it just
Shelby.
our wits?
Oh, damn.
Okay, so this might change the name of the game. So apparently we're not the only ones that have considered this scenario. The Atlantic, the very reputable and well-known news outlet, apparently President Obama was asked this question on Reddit.
Oh, dear.
And I'm going to read you President
Dang.
Obama's response.
Obama
Let's hear it.
Reddits.
He said, "Definitely one horse-sized duck. Then I'd distract it with some cracked corn and, as it gobbled it up, I'd jump on its back and take it for a flight."
Well, that's breaking the rules. You're not allowed to bring other stuff in, I don't think.
But he
That's it.
tamed it.
It's not a Minecraft horse.
I will say, it is way harder to tame ducks than one would think.
Sounds like you just need some cracked corn.
Cracked corn.
Yeah, also, we're not
Could do with
taming
my
it. I
eyes
think the
closed.
question says which one would we rather fight, and I would rather fight 100 duck-sized horses.
So where are we all standing on this? I have not changed my mind. I'm
Me either.
still down with fighting 100 duck-sized horses.
I think
I have the best chance there.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Also-
change my answer to the one horse-sized duck.
I think horse-sized
traitor.
duck is the way to go.
You
because
scoundrel.
not
That's me.
only you got crowd control with one horse-sized duck, you can actually see what's happening and not be overwhelmed by midget horses.
World War Z, but it's horses.
They're like climbing up walls and stuff. Oh.
Also, I'd like to correct an error I made. That was not President Obama's response, but that was President Obama's administration's response.
Gotcha.
Apparently,
okay.
President Obama.
So that changes.
Yeah,
I've
the
lost
game.
my
Obama-
trust in you, Alex. I'm switching my answer.
I'm sorry, Obama himself.
And for that, I'm out.
Yep.
He was apparently blindsided by the question, so it appears that he did not get a
Maxwell
response.
keeps trying to leave this podcast, but we're not letting him.
Now, I would like to point out that according to The Atlantic, in the days following, staffers debated the answer. So for several days, our nation's leaders in the White House debated this topic.
This was a Supreme Court case.
How long will this question remain unanswered?
It actually made it all the way to the
Not for much longer. We're gonna answer it.
it made its way to the Senate floor actually. So
I do think
I mean,
that I am gonna say I think just something that could be mildly hard on its own, just one of it, is definitely the way to go on this, because like you could come out with a life-threatening injury, but you would live. You know,
I don't know. How are
because
you
like
gonna-
you told me about them duck teeth, I looked those up, and that's something I don't want to deal
yeah,
with.
but also like, how are you gonna take it out? What's your plan here?
Blind it and go for the legs, clip its wings.
They're harder than one would
Feed
think.
it some bread. Go get a shotgun.
Maybe
In
it's
the words
gluten
of
intolerant.
Obama's administration, some cracked corn.
I mean, I would also like to bring up the point that I bet you could outrun the duck size horses.
I don't know.
And that's good
If you
for
scale down
Faster
their
horse
like, you
or a
could-
duck.
you can run in front of them, take out a few, bolt away, take out a few more. That duck's gonna be on you the whole time.
I don't
We're
think so.
also assuming these are incredibly violent and bloodthirsty for you, especially. What if they're just chilling, you know?
Oh, what if you're the instigator?
Yeah, we get the jump on them.
Oh, I mean, I guess that could change it.
Okay, who would you rather be friends with? A large duck or 100 tiny horses?
A
A
large,
large
duck.
duck.
I'd fly
A
around
large
with a
duck.
large duck. I mean,
I mean, ponies already exist, and
yeah.
those are just a little bit bigger than duck
I'm
size.
definitely
They're a
just
lot
gonna
of
name
big
him
bigger.
Bartholomew, and we're just gonna go out on the town one night. It's gonna be amazing.
I don't know. I'd probably name it Big Jake too.
Big Jake 2
2.0.
Junior.
As related to Big Jake, the horse-sized
But
horse.
then it's a horse-sized duck.
Mediocre Jake.
He's adopted. How dare you?
No, he's probably superior to his predecessor.
Big Jake, Great Jake.
I really think that in any circumstance, any scenario, Big Duck wins.
I think so too.
Mine would be named Laquise,
Request the large duck.
the large duck.
The one I know definitely
So-
could kick me, like, when I'm down was the horse-sized duck, but I would rather fight 100 duck-sized horses.
You still would?
Horses don't have talons.
Ducks don't
do.
have talons.
Okay, not talons, but like they can give you that scritch.
That
Little squeezy
scritch.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah.
Nasty scritch.
now
Mess
And
with
you
the
know
scritchy
what?
scritch. No, you get
Actually, also with horses,
cloppy
you're
clop.
fairly safe in the water. If you go to the water, you could probably drown them. But that
Okay,
duck,
damn.
no, that duck in the water, on land, and in the air. You're never safe.
I would like to point out another tactic in the Siege of Duck. With such a huge body, the problem of surface area to body volume comes into play. So this, large duck would have a problem losing heat. So another tactic would be running around and having it chase you, either
Just gotta wait it out.
yeah, instigating a form of like overheating or stroke, and maybe die, because birds do have a higher body temperature than mammals, often close to 30-degree difference. So it might not take
Wow. much
much to push the duck over the metabolic cliff, if you will.
The metabolic cliff.
I don't know. I still don't know if you could outrun it.
I mean,
I thought the argument was.
I want to add some more rules in. So if you're fighting the duck, you get a baseball bat. But if you're fighting the horses, you get a golf club.
Yes, I was wanting a golf
Okay.
club.
It sounds fair.
I feel like if you
This
want a
does sound fair.
challenge, go for the duck. But if you want to have fun, go for the horses.
That's fair. Yeah.
Pete is gonna have our address.
Yeah, this is
You
a
know-
hot topic.
You know what I realized? How influential this question
Oh, I
has
was gonna
been.
sneeze.
Let's like Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. He was asked this question, gave an answer. President Obama was asked this question, but he denied giving an answer. And furthermore, Bill Murray was also asked this question, and he gave an answer. He argued that he would take the horse-sized duck. His tactic was not to go for the feet because ducks actually do not have feeling in their webbed feet. That's how they can.
Oh yeah,
That's how they can withstand the cold temperatures of the water.
that's
Okay.
true.
So he said it would be an interesting.
It won't stop them.
Exactly. Yep. Also, I did discover somebody rendered out what a horse-sized duck would look like. So I'm gonna send that guys to you real quick. We'll put it up on the screen.
That feels like it would just be like you could just cut out a picture of a duck and like make it bigger.
Yeah, just
Here's
drag
my
the
clearly
corner
photoshopped
and
image.
up
Equally
and
as
around.
horrifying.
I think this is gonna be much more than any of you were expecting. And there it is.
All right, well,
That's
that
not
is
it.
just a
That ain't
horse
it,
with
Chief.
a duck head.
that's a different episode altogether. Stay tuned next week.
I definitely ride into battle.
Where's he at? I really like that background.
I
That's
think it's
the,
actually the Windows XP background.
That's not it.
Dum-dum-dum-dum.
So what's our general consensus?
That you're
I
wrong.
have one vote for the.
Yep.
Shut up. I have one vote for the 100 duck-sized horses.
I vote for the single duck.
I vote for the single duck.
I vote for the single duck as well.
All right. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait until we get funding to genetically create all of these and
Yeah, we're gonna do this weekend.
actually fight them.
Put it for the test.
Mm-hmm.
Do the test.
Then we'll come back and share our findings. But I think that's good for this week's episode. Thank you for listening.
Oh yeah, leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us that we're right. Actually, that's all I want to hear.
No,
That's
tell
what
Sam and
no,
I that
no,
we're
no.
right.
Confirmation.
Hmm.
We want to know if this session was good for you. If you were able to reflect on yourself as well as the important questions
you
that
find-
plague humanity.
Yeah. Did you find deeper meaning in life because of this? Because I sure did.
Okay,
Such
slow
as-
down. I think we need to wrap this up. This is turning into an actual therapy session now.
Anyway.
I can't do that.
Drink
Back
water.
to the way I tie my shoes. You see, sometimes I just dip them into the
Oh, no.
soles, actually.